Well, shocking new developments tonight in a brutal assault caught on camera last summer. A Spokane man was accused of trying to murder his girlfriend after beating her with a bat, and now, less than a year later, he is free. Jeremy Lindholm is a well-known member of the Spokane theater community. He's also been in TV shows like Z Nation and Twin Peaks. He was arrested last August for attacking his girlfriend with that bat at a store where she worked. According to court documents, he also threatened to kill her. Lindholm was charged with attempted murder, assault, and unlawful imprisonment. He entered a plea in December, admitting only to assault. The attempted murder charge was dropped and he was sentenced with credit for time served. But 1 month later, he was out of jail. KXLY4's Caroline Rourke working for you to find out why he was released so quickly back onto the street. Caroline?
Nadine, Lindholm is out of jail because of the terms agreed on by both the prosecution and his defense. We wanted to get a better sense of their decision-making process in this case, so we reached out to Jeremy Lindholm, to his defense attorney, and to the Spokane County Prosecutor's Office. They either declined to comment or have not returned our messages.
Sergeant Jordan Ferguson has been fighting crime for 33 years. Now he's a member of the Spokane Police Domestic Violence Unit. He's seen a lot of horrible things, but the brutal attack by Jeremy Lindholm was one of the worst.
Probably one of the most vicious videos I've ever seen in my entire life. Begins assaulting the victim with the bat several times, gets her down on the ground, gets behind her, pulls the bat up against her neck, and almost looks like he's trying to break her neck.
The victim was treated for her injuries. They weren't life-threatening, and we filed the public records request to obtain that video. In December, Lindholm pleaded guilty to only the second-degree assault charge. He was sentenced to 8 months, but given credit for time served. He was released from jail in January with a no-contact order for the victim and 12 more months of being monitored. There are a number of different factors that lawyers consider for a plea deal, like a victim's willingness to testify or a defendant's criminal history, of which Lindholm appears to have little. Once a case moves to the courts, it's out of the hands of investigators, and they know that.
Second-degree assault is a serious felony charge. With that, we can't overthink it too much because it could drive you nuts.
But having seen what they did in that surveillance video, Ferguson says it can be hard to reconcile that Lindholm was released from jail only 5 months after the assault occurred.
Seeing a person put every bit of energy he has in trying to kill her is, yeah.
That's why he says his unit focuses on working with other agencies to break the cycle of violence.
Law enforcement will not solve domestic violence by itself. Law enforcement working with advocacy, working with prosecutors, will help reduce recidivism.
We'd also like to remind you that if you or anyone you know is a victim of domestic violence, there are resources available for you. There's a 24-hour helpline on the screen right now. That's 509-326-2255, and we have more resources that will be listed on our website. In studio, Caroline Rourke, KXLY4 News.
Thank you, Caroline.